Okay. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good evening to you all. And today is our day 18 of this 3-month data analytics bootcamp. Like I told you, this bootcamp will last for about uh, 3 months, and today is our day 18. Like usual, every day we started by showing our outlines, that is things that we are going to cover for the day. So like always today, let me show it. We are going to cover, we are going to talk about a recap on what we did yesterday. So if you can recall yesterday, we discussed about learn and some products. Talk to you about things related to learn and some product, and why you need to use learn, and why you need to use some product. So that's it. So what we are going to do today, we are going to first solve week 2 individual assignment. We'll solve the week 2 individual assignment, and also we'll talk about text to column. That's what we are going to do today. So let's start with solving the week 2 individual assignments. So I'll open my fresh assignment so that I will show you exactly how you can solve the assignment, and I know many of you will learn from that. So I'm not going to talk much because I don't want us to miss today's class of that text to column. We're not going to do it like what we did last week. We missed Monday solving the week 1 assignment. So I'm not going to explain much. I know it's not that too complex than the first assignment. So it's very straightforward assignment. So let me just start it. So the first question is customize the table in week 2 data set. That's what I just asked you to do. That's the first question, to customize the table. So first of all, I will just highlight everything. I will highlight everything from here to here. I will highlight it all. Sorry, I will highlight it all. Then I will start by changing the text font style. I don't know what's wrong with my laptop today. I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know what's wrong. So let me just write times. I'll just turn it to this. I'll make it so. I'll put the border. What's wrong? Oh, I don't know what's wrong. Really speak. Okay, so this is it. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to merge this, increase it, bold it, turn it like this, do it like this, and I'll increase this, and I'll put it this. So I'm done with that. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'll highlight this, I'll wrap it, and I'll okay, let me put them at the center, like this. Gender qualifications will be on one line, then for the right result for each. So I'll do it like this. Okay, so for all this, I'm going to put them at the center. That is, they will be at the middle. What I'm going to do. Okay, sorry, I have this status. So what I'm going to do is I will click on this, copy the format, and paste it here like this. Then I'll do it like this, put this, and put this. So the next thing is, yeah, I think I'll bold the header, do it like this, a little bit like this. Yeah, so this is okay. Then I'll increase this. I'll increase the status, and for this one, I'll remerge it, merge and center. So I think if you did this, You are done with the customization, so I'll make sure I'll make this to be center. So we are done with the question 1. That is to customize the table. So we are done with the customization. So let's go back to the questions and see which one next. So the one is study the data carefully by using your knowledge of data types. Find all the discrepancies of the data using counts, counts A, counts blank, and also find the percentage of clean and dirty data in the data. So this is something that has to do with all what we have discussed. It's related to qualitative, quantitative, and the rest. So what we are going to do now is, by mere looking at this, you will see that this is quantitative, this one also, this one, all the data here under this is quantitative data, while this is qualitative. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to check each column. I'm going to check whether it has all the data is correct data that is inside a particular cell. So for now, let me start with column A. I'll just name it column A because I will start with the OC. I will just put C. I'll just put C, which will start for the interview. So I'm going to create, let's say, count all, so that it will count everything. Count, that will count the number, and then I will put the count blank. That's for column C. That is the C column. So let me do it like this. Okay. Okay, this is column C. So yeah. So what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to say equals to count A, open bracket, count A, open bracket. Then I'm going to highlight the entire column. So this is the end of it. Then I'll press enter. So it gives me 554. So because it counts everything for me, then I'm going to count. It counts everything, including where this is the total number of the cells, because irrespective of the cell has number or it has character, whatever, it will show this. So it's 554. And if you look at the data, the total data is also 554. So definitely I don't have any empty cell by default. So let me run the count blank and see. So by default, I will not have any empty cell. You see, is 0. So the count blank is 0 by default. So the total cells is 54. So let me count the total cells with numbers. So I'm just going to use count only. And I will highlight this and press enter. Then it's 542. So you see it is 542. So now what I'm going to do, let me remove this. So now what I'm going to do now is, I'm going to calculate. I'm going to calculate. So by default now, I have a discrepancy of how many? Let me just call it discrepancy. Now the discrepancy that I have is equals to this count, that is the total number minus count, because this count is the data that has number, because the variable contained, the interview marks must be a quantitative data. So, but we have qualitative or something other than quantitative data. And we know that by using the count, because count only counts cells that has number. So we have 12 cells without number. So we want to count the percentage of data that is clean, that is, let me say it here, clean and dirty. So I'm going to say equals to this divided by this. Then for the dirty one, I'm going to say 12 divided by 554. Then to give us this, I will highlight both this and I'll make them this. Then this is the percentage. So we have 2% of the of this. So what I'm going to do by default, since this is the first cell that I encounter, I'm just going to go ahead in the data to find where I have that where I have that discrepancy, which I have it AB here, and I have almost 12 of it. But take note, sorry, we made a mistake. We're supposed to start from column B, that is number 1 cell of candidates. That's where we're supposed to start with. But sorry, I started with C, which is column 6. So I'm not going to delete the discrepancy, but I'm going to save the data so that it will remain here because we are done with this. But I'm going to start with, let me start with the column B. Let me do column B here because that's the first column we're supposed to start with. So for the column B, I'm just going to, first of all, the way I did it, I'll just say count A, then open bracket. I will highlight the entire column B. Here it is. I'll just keep highlighting it. By default, you will see there are some discrepancies, which are the empty cells. Let me just do it up till the end. Just click, keep highlighting until you reach the last column, which is 554. So I'm just going to do it like this. So take note, I'm going to take note on the range B3, range B556. So that's what I'm going to do. So for the count, I'm going to say count B3 column B5556. So it will highlight B556. So it will have this highlight the same range for me. So by default, there is no any column that has number in it. All the columns has qualitative data because it starts with HT, HIT, and others. So for the count blank, I'm just going to say count blank. Then I'm going to say B3 range B556. Then I'll close it. Then we have 19 blank cells. So for the discrepancy, I'm going to say equals to this minus, okay. So now we need to get the total. So let me tell you this about the total. In order for you, if you want to get the total, sometimes you need to, if you don't have serial number, but we're going to get the total cells of this particular data, you need to add up this. That is, you add the count A plus count blank. Sometimes if there is count, you add them together, it will give you total. So now if we put this 535 plus this, it will give us 554 by default. So, but I don't want us to waste time because we already know 554 is the total. So I'm just going to write 554 at the top. So I'm going to say for this equals to, we are going to say this. Okay, so let's not count. We don't even need to count this because count blank shows that we have this 19 blanks and this 535 is the real data that we have. So if you add, like I said, this equals to 535 minus this, it will give you this, then we have 19. So the discrepancy is 19. So to get the percentage, we are going to say equals to clean data 535 divided by total data of 554. And the dirty one is going to be this discrepancy, which is 19 divided by 554. So we are going to have this, and these are the discrepancy, 97 over 3%. So by default, we have blanks, 19 blank cells. So we need to delete all the 19 blank cells in our data. So what we are going to do is, I think today I'll show you how to delete this empty blank cells using a very shortcut way to do that. So all you need to is to highlight everything. Highlight everything, everything that is all the 554. Highlight them. When you highlight them, take note on this. Take note on this procedure. It's because of this assignment we are going to do it. Just click Control G. Click Control G. When you click Control G, click this spatial. And when you click this spatial, click on these blanks because we are deleting all the blank cells in this data, 19 of them. Click on blanks. So when you click blanks, just click OK. So when you click OK, take note, it will highlight all the blank cells for you. Look at it. You see, all the blank cells are highlighted. So just come to any blank cell that you want to, just come to any blank cell inside this blank cell. Just right click on any blank cell of the one you highlighted. Just right click on the blank cell and click delete. So it will delete all the 19 blanks. So it will ask you the entire, just click on the entire row. Click on the entire, select the entire row and click OK. So it will delete all the entire rows of 19 blank cells for you. So that's all. So if you look at it now, by default, you see count blank by default is 0 because we don't have any blank cell now is 0 because we deleted all the blank cells. Please do understand this. So this is the way. Don't worry, there is video. The video will be available for you to kind of watch. So I don't want us to lose the time because, like I told you, I want us to have our class today. So we are done with deleting the blanks. That is those candidates without ID. So we don't need them because it's only 3% of our data. And our 97% remain our 97%. And we can work with 97% of the data. So we are okay. So let's move on for the next column C. So I'm going to apply the same formula like this. So the discrepancy is still 12, like I said. So all you need to, for this one, you need to come and delete this 12. Because this 12, if you scroll down, you are going to see is AB, AB, you see it. You will see AB as number. We're supposed to see a number there, not AB. So let me see if we, I think we can use this to remove it, or no. Let me just use normal way to remove this for you. So just scroll down, try to get wherever that AB is there because it's AB. So all I need to do, maybe I can just use, okay, what can I use? I don't have my mouse. It'll be very easier for me to delete the cells, but let's just do it like this. Just scroll down, find where that AB is. You see, we have one here. So just delete it. Just delete it because we don't need it because like I told you, it's just 2%. The AB is just 2% of our data. So just delete them. So here is C. You just need to delete them. So all you need to is to delete them and clean the data. So please take note on that. That's what you are going to do in this particular issue because you only have 2% discrepancy under this. So let's not waste time, please. You know how to do it. So let's continue. So for the column D, that's gender. So for the column D, we are going to apply the same count A. Then we apply it here, we press enter. So it gives us 531. So for us to apply count, that is to know which one has number. So we are going to put count. So I'm just going to say, let me just highlight it. Count. Press this. So it's 531 also. So for our count blank is going to be empty. Our count blank by default is going to be 0. So by default is 0 and our data is clean because everything now, we count everything with the number and everything is 531 and the number is 531. So this data is default. We don't have any discrepancy. It's 100 over 100 clean data. So let's just move to column E. So that's how we are going to do it for each column E, F, and G. So that's the same thing you are going to do for each column. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to highlight it like this. I'm going to do it like this. It's the same thing. It's going to do the same thing for me. I'm going to do it like this. Just a shortcut of doing it. It's going to do the same thing for us. But here we have a discrepancy. If you look at it here, count A, we have 522. So we have 9 blank cells. So we need to find how we got the 9. And we also have some cells that has something other than number. So please go ahead and do it. So we have this. This is number under cell G. So it's a number. We can delete it. It's a alphabet other than number. And we can highlight this like we did before. You see, so let's highlight it all. How we delete it, Control G, click on spatial blanks, just click OK. Just come down and find wherever that blank is. So we have a blanks here. You see it here. Let me just scroll down, right click and click delete. Then you select entire row and you click OK. So we deleted all the blank cells now. So like that, we clean it. So I think if you did this, you are done. But there is also something here because there is also a cell that's supposed to contain age, but it has number alphabets in it. So if you count it here, you can see that we have equals to this 521 minus 509. So we have 12 cells with alphabets. So you need to clean these 12 cells also in the data. Please take note on this. All these processes are data cleaning processes. Please take note on this. You can't analyze any data without doing all this, without doing all the cleaning. And this is a very small task of cleaning. There has to be a lot of things to do the cleaning. But don't worry, there are certain things you will learn in the process which will help you to clean your data very easy to do the cleaning. But don't worry, you will get to that in the upcoming weeks. But for now, learn to do the teddy works like this. No matter how tedious the work is, try as much as you can to do it now like this. You will be learning, you will keep learning, and your hands will be more steady while doing the work. So this is about the assignment. This is what I want you to do in the cleaning. You find the cleaning, you find the percentage of discrepancy, you find this, you did this, and you analyze this. So that's what you need to do. So let's go back to the next question number 3. The question number 3 is to do the converting. That is to convert 1 to BSc, 2 to HND, 3 to NCE, 4 to ND, and 5 to SSC. So this is a very easy task to do. So how do we do it? All we need to is to create another column here. Sorry, I just delete instead of me to create. So I'm going to say qualification. Qualification. So I'm going to say this. I'm going to say equals to, if open bracket, this is equals to 1, comma, I want it to be BSc, comma, if the same E3 is equals to 2, comma, I want it to be HND, if open bracket, the same E3 is equals to 3, I want it to be NCE. If the same E3 is equals to 4, I want it to be ND. Then the last one, if that is this open bracket, the same E3 is equals to 5, I want it to be SSCE. So it's very simple. Then I need to close 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, close bracket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press enter, and that's okay. I'm done with it. Then I'll just double click this, and I'm done with this. So it's very easy like this. So you see, it's very easy. So all you need to is to copy it, or you leave it, because I didn't ask you to delete it. So just leave it, because this is your new qualification, and that's what you will use in order for you to create the admission status based on the criteria that I asked you to find in admission status. And you are done with this question within 2 seconds or 3 or 5. You are done with this question. So let's move on. So we are done with question 3. So question 5 is find the maximum and minimum interview marks. So to find the maximum is not something big. All we need to do is come here. Okay, let's just create here, let's say maximum mark, minimum marks. So let's just do it here. So for the maximum, we are going to say equals to max open bracket. Where are the interview marks? Here it is. Just highlight it, press enter, and we are done. And for the minimum, all we need to is equals to min open bracket. Let's go back, highlight it like this. Then you press this, you press enter, and you are okay. So the maximum is 200, while the minimum is 120. So you are done with this question. So that's okay with question number 3. So don't forget to be writing Q3. For example, as you are solving it, you write question 3 so that you will know that that's the question, you are question 3. But if you need to do that so that you specify. So it's question 4, sorry, question 4, not 3. So the last question is write formula under admission status column that will give admission to any student who fulfills the following criteria. So the criteria is as follows: 160 to 200 in this interview. That is from 160 and above. So we are going to first criteria. The second is he has 5 to 6. That is 5 to 6 WAEC credits. And he is between 18 to 25. That is 18 to 25. That's the range of the years that we want. That is 18 to 25. Okay. So then what? I think that's all right. 18 to 25. And he has BS. Okay, the last one is he has BSc and he answered yes. So please take note on this. These are the criteria that we need to create or write the argument based on that. So let me see it. Okay. So I just Okay, let's go back to admission status. So what we are going to do now is we're going to start with number one. We say equals to if open bracket, then we use the and, because that's the logical logical operator that we are going to use. And then we are going to put what we need as our logic. Then we are going to put if and, that is, we started with the interview, is greater than or equals to 160. Then we put comma. We are done with this logical operator. That's number one. Number two, he has 5 to 6 credit. So where is the qualification? So here it is. Then we say equals to is, we are going to say greater or equals to 5 also. Then we put comma. Then the next one is what? He has work is 18 to 25. So we are going to say and age. This we are going to say greater or equals to 25. Greater or equals to 18, comma. And we also have BSc, and this is equals to BSc, comma. The next one, and this answer is equals to yes. Then we close our and, we are done with our logical. Then we put comma. Then we are going to see this is what we want. Value if true, we say we are going to say admitted, comma. If not, we are going to say rejected. Sorry. We're going to say rejected, and we'll close it and we'll press this. Okay, so you see, this is it. And we must have rejected, because for us to have someone who qualified, who has everything that we need, it's very, very difficult for us to have that. So please take note on that. So that's for this question 5. That's question 5. So it will give you this. So let's change criteria of someone. Let's put 160 here. Let's make it BSc here. Let's make him 19 years, and let him answer yes. So by default, he got admitted. So it's very difficult to have someone who fulfill all the 5 criteria that we mentioned in our this for him to be admitted. So we need to use this because we put 5 criteria to get this. So this is it, but I think I will sorry. So if you I will send the video to you. I think we'll stop here, please. If you have some questions, maybe we'll treat them in the group. But for now, let's just go ahead and do what we are going to do, please. Okay, NH, let me unmute you. Who mute you people? Okay. So what we are going to talk about today, we are going to talk about text to column. Please understand our topic today is not going to be something very difficult, but we will understand what we are going to do today. Text to column, that's our topic today. I'm just going to write it here, text to column. The importance of this text to column is to help you separate a particular data into different cells. That's what this text to column did. For example, now I have this HIT data, I want to separate this HIT data into two different columns, HIT to be different and also the number to be kind of separate also. So that when I will use this, we will use this text column. And sometimes you might need to separate full names to be first name, surname, other name, instead of them to be in one single name, that is full name. So you need to use text to column for you to do that. But let's start with this HIT so that we separate this HIT with the number, so that we'll have HIT alone and we will have number alone also. So to use this text to column, all you need is to highlight the data and click on data. You see there is data here on top of your menu bar. You just click on the menu bar, you click data, and you click this text to column. So when you click this text to column, it will ask you this. It will ask you whether you want it to be delimited or you want to fix the width by yourself. So by default, what is the most common is to delimitate what you want to separate. That is to put a particular thing that separates them. So it can be anything. So what you need to do is click on next. So for now, you need to put what separate your data. What separate them? How do you want them to be separated? We want them to be separated based on the HIT. So that's what we need to do. We want them to separate based on the HIT. So we can untick this tab. Sometimes it will be tab, it will be semicolon, it will be comma, it will be space, it will be anything. But don't make sure that what's separate or what you want to use as a separator to your data, just select it. But since our data, the separator now is something else other than the mention, we are going to put other and we are going to write the HI. Just write this, okay? So if you write the H, it will only separate the H for us. That's what it will do for us. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to select the delimited to separate this, because all the functions available for delimited are not applied on this separation that we want to do. So we need to go back. So we are going to take the other option, which is fixed width. For the fixed width, you are the one to click on where you want the width to separate the data for you. So you are going to click on this fixed width, then you click on next, then you click where the HIT, that's at the end of the T, just click here. When you click here, there's going to be an arrow which will serve as the separator. It will separate all the data like this for you. So the next thing you are going to do is to click next. Then it will ask you where you want the data to be. So that is the destination. So make sure you select the destination where you want the data to be. So I'm going to delete this and I will click the empty cell I created. Then I will click finish. Then it will separate. Just click OK. Then it will separate all of the data for you. But unmute everyone. So it's okay. I think I should. We'll have. Sorry, we'll have background noise. I have to unmute people. Imrana, can you hear me? Energy, can you hear me now?
Can hear you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue. So someone called my attention that for question if 5, we said that we need between 18 to 25, and there are those with 26 and above. So we are going to I'm going to show you how. Let's correct the answer of that question. So what you are going to put after you did this, you put this greater than or equals to 18. After that, you need to add another logic. Put comma again. In between here, put another comma. Then you are going to say that particular edge column of I is going to be less than or equals to 25. So by default, what you are telling your formula is you want your formula to take between 18 to 25. That by default, but you need to put two arguments. Yeah, this is something that I expected from most of you. And if you know you didn't do this, definitely you will fail this question, because this is the only reason why I created this question for you. Is for you to create this between 18 to 25. That's why I create this question for you. So you need to create two arguments. The first one is between 18 itself. That means 18 greater than or equals to 18. So that means you will have 18 there. Then you are going to create less than or equals to 25. So it means from 18 to 25, that's the range you want to have people. So if you press enter, let me just press enter. So now let me double click it. So if you turn this particular marks to 60, 160, for example, you see this particular person is rejected because he is 28. So if you turn him to 25, he will get admitted. If he is 26, he is rejected. If he is 17, he is rejected too. If he is 18, he is admitted. So please understand between that we just created. So I'll put the video for you. You will watch the video and you will learn it more. So let's continue with what we are doing here. I know this kind of what do I call it? This text to column confuse some of you. I know that. So I'm going to take it again. I'm going to take it again. So what should I do? Should I kind of click Control Z? Let me just Control Z it. Okay, let me just do it like this. So let's just start afresh. So what you need to is to highlight the number, all of it. That is the data that you want to separate. You come here and click on this text to column. You will see it here. So we tried the delimited. I've told you this number, this data didn't qualify to for us to use that delimited function with it. So what we are going to use, we are going to use we are going to use fixed width. So just click on fixed width and click this. Then you need to come and click click at the end of this T. Click on it like this. You click next. So what I did destination, what I did for destination, I click here before. That means the data will start from here and here. It will not override the original data. So sometimes you don't need to override the original data. So you need to change the destination to sometimes you even want to change the destination to somewhere else, maybe somewhere else. But I don't want to override this data. But if I click here, then HIT will be here and it will override whatever is inside the next column. So what I'm going to do, maybe, let me just cancel this. I'll cancel it. I'm going to create another empty cell here. I'm going to create another empty cell here so that it will not override any data that we have. So just click this, fixed width, click this, select this, click this, and just delete this. So we don't want to override the original data. Click this and just click finish. Sorry, click OK. So this is how your data will be. So we have this HIT, we have this. So everything now we separate them together, and that's what this text to column is all about. So I think let me open something for you so that I will use another example that will help us see other things. Okay, this is not what we. Okay, I think let's use this data, your names. Let me just open it. These are your names. So I'm just copying your names and put them here. Let me just put them here. So let's say, for example, these are your name, full name or full name. So we want to make it first name, surname, other name. That's what we want to create. So we want to separate them. Please take note on this. Please learn this and learn when to use this. Because I saw a lot of interview questions related to this text to column thing. Please learn how to do this. So all you need to, like we did before, highlight all the data. We want to separate the data. Now is in one place. We want to separate them together. So we are going to highlight them all. Just go to data. Now we are going to use that delimited. That's what we are going to use now. We are not going to use fixed. We are going to use delimited. So just click this. So now what separates this data is space. If you look at this data correctly, what separates the data is space. So we are going to click on space. We have space. Click on space. By default, you will see the data is separated like this. You see Bello, Hamza, Sani. That is, this is the first name, surname, and other name. Please take note on that. Then you click next. Then, as much as we did it before, we are going to delete this. We are going to have our own destination. So we want the destination to start from first name. So then click finished. So by default, now we separated the data. We have our first name, surname, and other name in the data. And we have our full name data the way it is before. So please take note on this. This is something that you need to learn how to do it. And take note, sometimes, like I told you, what separates the data can be anything. Please take note on that so that your assignment will not confuse you. It can be tab, it can be semicolon, it can be comma, it can be any character, because it can be a character, maybe at, it can be hash, it can be comma, it can be full stop, it can be dash, it can be percentage. Please take note on what separates the data. Take note on that, please. Take note on that so that you will not get confused. You will not get confused. Okay. So I think this is where we're going to stop. We still have time. If you have a question, you can ask. Let me look at the charts. You can write the question there. You can ask your question, or you can raise your hand. I can give you the flow to ask your question. If you have a question, you can ask. If you don't, then I think I will just okay, Imrana, I think you are mute. Just talk, Imrana.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
my
just talk.
question is this.
Yeah, I can hear
Sir,
you.
can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Sir, like now, if you look at the data set you have just used to solve the assignment you have given to us earlier,
Yeah.
the data is containing smaller amount of columns. What if you have a large data set that contains huge number of columns?
Yeah.
How do you go from one column to another column to cleanse the data? That is to remove the spaces, blank space, and what have you.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So when you have that large data, for example, like data with maybe more than 100,000 rows, for example, or 300,000, like that, or 1 million. So in that case, I've told you I will learn some certain tricks to clean data, but we are not yet to that particular topic. But we'll talk about that topic. And when we learn the topic, you yourself will know that, yeah, this is a shortcut of us to clean the data. But since from today, I show you how to remove, what? How to remove shortcut on how to remove empty cells. So by default, now you know how to remove empty cells by default. Even if the data is more than 1 million cells, by default, you know what to do to delete all the rows that contain anything empty cells. You know how to delete that. So we'll talk about how to delete other ways of deleting other discrepancies in the data, maybe number, maybe character, or something like that you don't want to know how to delete that. We'll talk about that and we'll learn that in the process.
Okay, sir. So when I was solving my assignment, what
Yeah.
I did, that I just select some columns.
Yeah.
That is from one column to another column.
Yeah.
And from there I was able to detect where I have empty cells, blank spaces, and what have you. And this is how I use it to remove the empty cells.
Yeah.
I don't know whether I was wrong.
I didn't get you now. I didn't get you. How do you do it?
I say I highlight some ranges from maybe column A to.
Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. Like how? Okay, where is the assignment? Okay, here. Like how do you do it? How? Can you see my
like
screen?
Here from column B.
Yeah, from
Okay,
B3.
Yes. From
Yeah, from B3.
Yes, I click from B3 to J500 and the final cell.
Okay, like down here, up till down row 5523.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. So how do you do it? Okay, do you mean you
I
did
say
it one
I
after the
have selected.
other?
No, I just selected the columns all at some time.
All of them like this?
Yes, all of the
Like
yes.
this.
That is
You
what I did.
selected them like this at
Yes,
the same time and you deleted them.
yes, sir.
Okay. If
Yes, sir.
you did
That
this,
is what I.
it's okay. If you did this, yeah, you clean the data. But where is the report of cleaning the data? Where is the report? Because I need this the report that I show you. You see this? This is what I need from each column. I need the percentage of clean, percentage of dirty, and how you come up of deleting it. You don't even need to delete it because if you delete it, this percentage will go away. I don't know if you understand what
Yes,
I'm saying.
yes, sir. I'm getting.
Do you get what I mean? You need to record what the findings. You need
Yes,
to record your findings. When you record your findings, we need to see your findings, even though you deleted them. I'll show you how to delete them. I've already told you how to delete them. But by mere looking at your findings, I will know that, okay, the dirty data is 1%. Why do you delete it? You deleted it because you have 99% clean. So it shows me that that's the record of why you come up with the deleted or why you deleted a particular something. Please, this is a very crucial thing and a very skills that you need to have because right from this week too up till the last week, your assignment has to do with data cleaning. So you will be cleaning data. Every assignment you will be cleaning data on every